Hell divers, it's your time. Bug cyborgs illuminate every mission, seals your fate. Hit the pod, load the gear. Enemies are drawing near. Galactic fight, day or night. Freedom's always in our sight. Stratagems, heavy tank, anti-air to stop the ranks. Cyborg walker, Buckeye queen. It's the worst we've ever seen. Freedom calls, no retreat. Hold the line, no face defeat. One mistake, we still thrive. Hell divers, stay alive. We dive into the fire. Galaxies exploding, the hell divers are unloaded. It's our only vision.
Evening's freedoms, pest control artists. That was We Dive Into the Fire by one Praetorian who reached out to me today to say that anything on this channel was fair game for me to promote, and that he was a fan of my work. Well, what can I really say but game recognizes game, and I'm a big fan of you too, Praetorian. I'll gladly promote anything that you make, and I personally think that you're a great guy. So, news from the galactic sphere tonight. Turing, the planet of the hour, is actually doing very well. The Terminids down there don't stand a fluffing chance, which is exactly how I like it. Nearly 40,000 super destroyers are conducting some, shall we say, creative landscaping adjustments with orbital artillery, particularly the napalm variety, and that's just as effective as you would think. Sweet Liberty, I love the ONB, and I accidentally just discovered a killer song title. However, we're taking some rather significant losses throughout the rest of the TQZ. Akamov 4 has lost almost all of its liberation value and is in imminent danger of being demoted to the no-change category, and Phact Bay looks to be joining it in the same timeout box with just a few more days of this kind of treatment. Darius II, within the Borgus sector, is just getting absolutely destroyed out there, and the bots are quick to pounce on our reallocation of diver resources. They've retaken much of the ground won by Super Earth this morning, and the situation looks to only worsen as time drags on. It seems my earlier analysis of the situation was in grievous error. We're looking at a massive Terminid outbreak within the TQZ, and we'll be needing all hands on deck to contain it. Let's just hope the automatons stay nice and passive while we hammer all this out. Trust me, those 56K modems will get theirs. Now, before I get into the talking portion for tonight, I have a few retractions to make note of. First of all, the major order will expire October 4th, not September 29th, which is tomorrow. Seriously, I have no idea how that one slipped past me. Second, I have also of the low-sodium helldivers to thank for this correction. Entomology is the study of words. Entomology, with an O, is the study of bugs. And that is so subtle of a difference that it gives me a great desire to throw 500 kg bombs around until something expensive breaks. So the Xenoentomology Center is researching alien bugs, which now that it has been explained to me that way, makes a lot more sense. I really thought for a little bit there that the Ministry of Science had partaken of too much of Permacure's thinking powder or something. Now, let's get into our discussion topic for tonight. Alcubierre Drive. What is it? How does it work? Is this just something my friend Badger came up with whenever the dark fluid super soaker didn't work out and we couldn't find enough toothpaste to make bug camouflage? Context, dear viewers. But it turns out that this is based on real science. Alcubierre Drive was only a theory drafted in 1994 by Mikhail Alcubierre Moya, a Mexican theoretical physicist who was attempting to come up with a means of faster-than-light travel. The way that it works can be demonstrated with this video that I've acquired from the Warp Drive Research Supertube channel. Space is warped in such a way that the density of space-time behind a vessel is increased, while the fabric of reality in front of it is lessened. All things naturally seek equilibrium, so the high-density area will flow into low density, creating a wave of momentum that can be ridden like turning your ship into a gigantic surfboard. Unlike most other types of FTL that have been experimented with, Alcubierre Drive creates constant velocity in response to constant energy. You stop pumping energy in, space-time just reverts back to normal, and you snap to a halt without braining half of your crew. This is what allows Super Earth vessels to turn and stop on a dime. vastly outmaneuvering any other known spacecraft in the Milky Way galaxy. So, where does one get this energy source? Warping space-time like this is not an easy process. To that, I'll answer your question with another question. How many bugs did you kill today? There you go. E710 for the win. Now, some rebel dissidents have claimed that Super Earth stole this technology from aliens, and while that certainly does sound like us, killing them and taking their stuff, I'm afraid this time that it just isn't true, especially since I explained the origins of said tech. Seriously, I asked my handlers in the Ministry of Truth about this, and I was personally guaranteed that if we did kill aliens and loot all of their stuff, and this is how we got this technology, not only would we be upfront about it, we'd be bragging about it. Besides, the ones these rebels claim that we stole it from, they're not around anymore to argue with. We turned them all into cavalry a long time ago. All of their fancy schmancy shield technology didn't seem to hold up too well to bullets and angry helldivers. So, were the Illuminate ever really that enlightened? Everyone thinks they're Liberty's gift until they get punched in the face. Tentacles. Thing. Whatever. That's been Liberty's latest with me, Pondera the Radio Angel. The talk is that, tomorrow, once the major order planet is secured, the top commanders of the Liberation Fleet are planning to start driving Buggy back into the gloom. So gas up your flamethrowers, reload your machine guns, and grab a good breakfast. We're having bug guts for lunch. Sweet, fluffing Liberty! Did I really just write that? Blind did I write that? For liberty, for freedom, for democracy.
Savor your tiny, pathetic victory, Freedom Alliance. I'll be back with even more combat frames, more striders, more supercarriers. You can't be everywhere at once, and to keep me away from your precious little angel, you need to be lucky all the time. I only need to be lucky once.